Hello, welcome to Seen It All. Today we are going to do an episode without our partner Amber. So we wish her very luck. She is at the hospital giving birth, and then we have my brother here who has his dogs in the background. Woo!
Yes, we'll close that door soon. Yes. $3, by the way, not one, three. Yes. From
uh,
large, medium to small.
Today we are going to talk about the movie called, I always get this movie title, I always forget it. It's
What?
called The Place Beyond the Pines.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't you never forget it? Okay. Uh,
Yeah, I forget it
so the
sometimes.
movie
Yeah.
came
Something
out in
beyond.
2012. It's a generational crime drama. So it starts as a motorcycle stunt driver's decision to rob banks to support his son also with an ambitious cop's life that's happening with somebody else. So they're trying to get their career started as a cop, and then starts creating consequences that haunts their families 15 years later. This is directed by Derek Cianfrane, and then it talks about legacy, fate, and corruption all in one movie. So
A lot of
yeah,
corruption. Yeah.
yeah.
Real life
So
corruption.
yeah. So, just a little things for me. Fun fact is that the bank robberies that Ryan Gosling did were done one take, and they were based the way he did everything were based on a real what do you call it? Bank robberies from the past. I forgot the name of the guy that he that robbed those banks, but he used it. um, Carl Gugasian is the bank robber. That's who he portrayed, like the way he robbed the banks. Um, this movie also is the movie that Ryan Gosling took Mendes out of commission because they got in a real life relationship, and now she's got two kids of his from Ryan Gosling, so she doesn't act anymore. She's a stay-at-home mother, unless I haven't seen anything from her recently. But so Ryan Gosling took a great actress out of business, man. She's so good too. Great movies. Yeah, so he's still acting. He's got his movies out there, but we do miss Eve Mendes. She needs to come back.
So was the last
Uh,
movie with the other guys? So that's the last thing I remember. That was
I don't know. I don't know when she got pregnant. I know this is where they
oh
got together and started dating and all
okay.
that.
I'm just curious. Yeah. I haven't
Yeah, the
seen her
other guy
yet.
was pretty good. Speaking
You
of Eve
should.
Mendes, she actually took some shifts at a diner in New York to prep for this movie, even though she only had like one scene where she actually served food. So I was like,
Yeah, one. See?
yeah,
Take the bullet
uh,
for all of us. Wow. That's
right. And then the director wanted what's his name? Uh, what's the name? I can't
Ray
believe.
Liotta.
No, the other guy, the cop. Anyway, he
Bradley
wanted
Cooper?
yeah,
Bradley Cooper? Yeah.
yeah, he wanted Bradley Cooper to play in this movie so bad that he drove 5 hours from wherever he was to convince Bradley Cooper to
Wow.
star in this movie. And honestly, I think it was a waste of 5 hours, but that's just me.
What? Wow. Oh, this would be good.
Yeah.
This ought to be good. Okay.
It was interesting, man. It was interesting. And then Ray Liotta in this movie played such a good corrupt cop that it had a lot of the actors there like scared because they didn't know, you know, if he was serious or that's how he is. So he kept it, you know, just the way it is. So it's pretty
Yeah.
cool to see that he got all these people scared. I mean, he was a gangster, so he can method act and be a tough guy. So yeah, So this movie has a lot of stars in it, like you may or may not know, but they've gotten big, So it's interesting. Before we start, Actually, no, I'll break it down later. But yeah, no, bro, take it away. This is all you.
I'll see what you think about it. This movie aged well. The reason I say that is because this is probably an ongoing thing with corruption, cops, money, 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 blah blah blah. Anyway, this is one of my favorite movies because it's obviously different, but it doesn't stick with, for example, the beginning of the movie. I thought it was going to be robbing banks the whole time. It's like, oh, here we go, blah, 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 blah. But actually, you find out that he actually dies, and then you go on to Bradley Cooper, and then you go on to the kids, which is, I think, was pretty cool. We start off with who stole the scene. Sounds like you're not a fan of Bradley Cooper in this movie, but I want to
Um,
say for me, it was Jason's character. Um,
the kid.
I like that kid because I don't know what other movies he's in, but I just like the way he did it. Uh, robbing bank, just uh, revenge and all that stuff. I think he did an excellent job. I think he did very good, and considering the fact that, yeah. But yeah, I like the kids basically the what happened afterwards. I like how that ended. I don't know about you, who you thought.
I agree. I agree 100%. Jason, the kid's name is Dane DeHaan. I think he stole the movie, most of it. But Ryan Gosling is the main
Yeah, yeah,
main actor, but Jason stole the movie to me. I love that kid's an actor. It's really nice to see how he progressed, doing this movie, and then he was in the Amazing Spider-Man movies after he did that indie movie that got big. My only issue is that he did that one movie, Valkyrie or Valerium, and it
oh
bombed,
yeah,
and
yeah,
now
Bob,
he
yeah.
lost his career because of that. But he was really good, man. He had a
Oh
really
really? Oh,
yeah, good upward momentum, and then he did that movie Valerium. Maybe we'll do that next. It bombed, and it basically ruined his career. But yeah, no, he did a really good job about his acting. You really felt that he wanted to know who his dad was, what was happening. Bradley Cooper's character, and I know it's not on the questions, but I didn't like Emery. Oh, actually, sorry. Sorry, we're gonna talk about replacement, right? Who we're recasting. So I'll tell you.
yeah. Let's
My
get to
bad.
that because I'm curious about this Bradley Cooper. Yes, who would you recast,
No,
please?
I want to say the AJ Bradley Cooper's son in that movie is the guy's name is Emery, but
Right.
I didn't think he was that good. There was nothing in his acting that made me feel him. I don't know. I felt like there was a lot of great actors in it, and he couldn't hold his own compared to them. So that's
Wow.
yeah, I just you know, and then I just couldn't understand their friendship. It was just like a weird friendship. Like, are they
Yeah, it
close
was.
or are they not? Like, I don't get it. Like,
Yeah.
didn't like he beats them up, and then they're like, "I'm sorry, man. Hey, come to a party, bring some some pills."
Yeah.
Like, what?
Are we good? Are we cool? By the way, bring some drugs.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I wouldn't replace anybody. If I were to replace somebody, I hate to say it, but that chick from Bridesmaids, I don't know what her name is. She's an excellent
Oh,
actress.
yeah, see, yeah,
I
yeah,
feel her character
Jennifer.
wasn't,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's her
I feel her
character.
character wasn't used as much
Yeah,
for whatever role she was doing.
that's
I
true.
think, yeah, I'm not saying she was bad. I just think it should be somebody else, but she did an excellent job for the little time in
Yeah,
the movie. But other than that, yeah, she did good. Like you said, all this stuff is stars. First thing that popped up is Bridesmaid. I'm like, oh, okay, she's good.
yeah. All these stars, like, before they got big, is it's really crazy. I liked it.
Yeah.
I was like, "Wow." Yeah, I forgot she's in it. Even the other guy, Mahershala Ali, um, uh, Eva Mendes' husband, he's gotten very famous now. You
Oh
see
yeah.
him in a lot of projects.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know there's a movie out there, that I really like from him, but no, he's getting big too, so it's really nice to see all these guys getting their due.
Um, Anyway, well, that being said, I believe that the vibe check in the movie was pretty good throughout the whole. I don't know if you felt it. Not mafia type, but just corruption. That's the way I looked at it. And greed and selfishness and all that stuff. Even though Bradley Cooper's character was at first always a good boy, I'm gonna like, here's the money, I don't want to be part of this, whatever. And then all of a sudden, like, you have to do what you have to do. So I don't know if you felt that there or no. The vibe check, you think it was there?
So for
Or
me,
too
the
many
vibe check
stories?
was there. I'm sorry, my microphone. But what? Uh, no, the vibe check was there. Just that I just felt the kids, the kid AJ dropped the vibe for me. Like towards
Oh,
the
wow.
ending, I was like,
Okay.
eh,
The way
yeah,
his
like he
role and
wasn't that good,
everything.
man. He
Yeah.
ruined the movie for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I felt
It
like
was kind of
Bradley
weird.
Cooper. Yeah, because Bradley Cooper was there. He played the character all right, but that kid ruined it for me. Just, I think the problem for me was that this movie, I was set to watch Bradley Cooper and Ryan Gosling, and then I get
Separate.
just the kids
Separate
at the end.
stories.
So then a third
Yeah.
act, I get to meet a new cast, and that was hard for me.
Yeah, I know. I figured it's different for a lot of people. I thought the same thing. I'm like, wow, he's already died. Oh, geez. Okay, what's gonna happen now? But like you said, a lot of famous actors, Ray Liotta and all that. He did good with the corrupting with the cops. You think there
Yeah,
was a
it
deleted
was
scene that was
great.
needed in the movie, or you think there was some the scene needed to be
I
deleted,
don't
or
know. I don't know.
uh, for me, I thought it was unnecessary to have the scene with Ryan Gosling putting the gun on the guy after he destroyed his bike. That was like, what was the point of him destroying the bike when the guy literally sleeps in the same, you know, area with you? I mean, what was the point of that? I think that was unnecessary to him to cut his bike in half. And I mean, what do you expect? You got to try to sleep in front of somebody who's got a gun? Come
No,
on.
I agree with you.
I don't know. Yeah, that
I
was
agree
my
with you.
thing.
Yeah. I don't know.
So,
For me, I would want to know is how does that kid have money to buy a motorcycle at the end? Like, what is he
oh
doing?
yeah,
That's it.
right. Where do you go with that?
Like, is he robbing banks
Yeah,
too? Like his dad?
yeah. Well, it was a freaking long movie too, 2.5 hours. So I was like, holy cow, how much more can you add here? So I thought there was a lot of good lines. There was one bad line for me. Not really bad, but it was kind of cheesy, kind of typical with the cop, hey, put your hands up when he's chasing after that, him and, you know, after he's chasing after Ryan Gosling, put your hands up when, he's running back and forth. I'm like, that's typical, pointless. That was cheesy for me. But one of my best lines I like was Ray when he goes into the house to look for the money and he says, you can assume I have a warrant and I can assume you have papers. I think he did an excellent job. Well, you said earlier that he did an excellent job in general, but he did a good job in that one scene when he said that. Because I was thinking the same thing when the first time I saw the movie, I'm like, how can you just show up at somebody's house like that, And then that's when he said, oh, yeah,
Yeah.
I'll assume your mom has papers. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I don't know if you had any good lines that you like. That was good.
Um, I did. My favorite line is actually, let me see, is you don't love me, you don't like me. Uh, You know, I effing get it. I'm a piece of blank, okay? But I'm still his father. I can give him stuff. I got it.
Oh,
I got this for him. Just
yeah.
give it to him. I really like that.
Well,
I think that was really
when he got the crib.
nice. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then to me, the
Yeah.
cheesiest line, like I didn't like it, was the one where he's like, "When you ride with lightning, you'll crash like thunder" or something. Yeah, so I
Oh,
was like,
yeah, that one.
"Oh,
Yeah.
that was awful."
I think that was off of some kind of song. I think that I remember seeing that in that
Was it?
Prime Facts. I wouldn't have known either if it wasn't for that. But you're right, that was kind of cheesy.
Oh, really?
So
Yeah, I was
unless
like,
you know what he
ew.
was, unless you knew what he was
Yeah.
referring to, but yes, that was cheesy. That being said, there was a few wet moments for me. One, you mentioned Ryan Gosling. He's got a job, entertainment. So I don't know how they can do that whole bicycle, motorcycle going around in a circle without crashing. That's I don't even know if that's real or not, but I was like, wow, okay, that's impressive. And then I guess part of the movie is robbing banks, and his buddy, he just sits with him and says, "Hey, so you want to rob banks?" I'm like, who says that? So minor things, but those were my wait what moments of that movie. But I have to look it up to see if people
So
actually do that.
so yes, the stunt guy, got
Yeah.
injured doing the motorcycle thing, right? And
Okay.
then, for me, yeah, the wait what moment is the person he's renting a room from that, the character's name is Robin, the one, "Let's rob a bank." He was just creepy. I was
Yeah.
like, he creeped me out. I was like, "Is
Yeah,
this
he
guy gonna
was.
rape him? Like, what's he gonna do?" Like, I just got the heebie-jeebies. That's so weird. Even when his
Well,
son
let
showed
alone
up,
be in
he's
a
like,
trailer park in the middle of nowhere. But yes.
yeah. Uh, like when his kids showed up, he's like, "Have a
So,
beer, here, here. Oh, put this on, put this on." Like, why are you trying to make him put that
right.
on, man? Relax. Like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah. Put some
So,
sunglasses on. Come on. Come on. All right, man. Calm
yeah,
down. Jeez.
yeah,
You gotta remember he's a loner too. He doesn't have much company. So yeah, that's kind of
yeah,
creepy, like you said.
yeah.
Oh, what's he gonna do that? But
Yeah, he creeped me out the whole time,
uh
man.
I know it sounds like you weren't much of a fan of that movie, but did you have any favorite scenes that you enjoyed from either character? Or I know you didn't like the scenes with the kids at the end. Kind of mess it up for you.
No, I didn't like AJ. I didn't like Bradley Cooper's son. I think he
Oh,
ruined it for me.
oh, okay.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I really like towards the end when Bradley Cooper he gets kidnapped and he's taken to the jungle or the
Oh,
forest,
yeah.
and then the kid's like, he's about to shoot him, and he's Bradley Cooper's like, Jason, I'm sorry, and that's when the kid was like realized that he knew who he was. When he took the wallet, yeah, and
Well,
the picture of his family there, and that's when he ran away, and I thought that was done great. I love that. Like Bradley Cooper, you can sense that, he felt truly sorry and it was haunting him and it's really hard for him. So it was nice. I think that was my favorite scene.
I would probably say, jumping back to that scene, I would be like, the latest scene needed. Kind of would like to see what happened with Bradley Cooper's character after that whole mess. Having how the hell, how do you get back to the house, and what happened after all that, excitement? But yes,
Yeah.
I do agree. He took off with I saw the picture. He didn't say anything. He just left, and he knew. One of my favorite scenes is when Luke goes to the baptism, even though he shouldn't be around, but he's at the beginning of the movie, seeing his kid being baptized. I thought that was a good scene that it didn't cause a commotion or he didn't make a
Yeah.
big deal. He just chilled, watched the whole thing, and they actually did a whole. Me being a Christian, I enjoyed the whole Bible readings and the whole baptism thing, and it was just peacefulness with him in the background. That was my favorite
Yeah.
scene with him.
Yeah.
So I have mad respect for him, for his character at least. But yeah. Well, you were talking about earlier about the towards when he shows the picture and everything. Do you think the ending was good, or do you think it would have been differently? No.
Uh, I don't know. I think that it should have been different just because, like I said, Jason just having money to go buy a bike randomly from somewhere and
Right.
then just taking off, not even knowing how to ride a bike. I was like, what? Like, what? It
Right.
leaves so many questions. So just everything that
Where
just
do you get the
happened.
money? And yeah.
Yeah. So I just wanted to know that he was okay, just because his dad was deadbeat, doesn't mean that he has to be, but I don't know. I guess I don't know what he was trying to say by all that at the end, you know. So the end just was okay. Like it wasn't didn't resolve
Yeah,
it.
I'm with you too. I agree. I think he was trying to relive his moment with his dad about bikes, but I
Yeah,
didn't like the end either. Could have done without that. I just think it would have been better not knowing what he did, for that matter. You
yeah,
know, like you said, too many questions. So where do you get the money? How do you get the bike? Does he know how to ride a bike? You know. So yeah, I think it would have been better without him. And at the end, even though I do like his character, but yeah. So do you think there was any plot holes in that movie at all?
yes.
Even though, yeah, well, really? Oh, wow. Okay. Please explain.
Um, I don't know. I just felt that this movie, I felt that like the kids, especially Jason, was focused on his dad and not on his mom. Like his mom and his adopted dad raised him, took care of him, helped them. They did everything for him, and he just hurt them. He just got into fights. He was a low drug dealer. Like, he was smoking crack with Bradley Cooper's son. Like, he was so focused in this movie about his dad that's already dead that he forgot that his mom is still there and she did everything for him. Like she went and picked him up from the hospital. She was there, and the first thing
Yeah.
when he wakes up, he's like, "Mom, you're a liar." It's like, "Bro, your mom just came and saved you." Like, chill. Like, I don't know. I don't know why the movie portrayed him as like a mom and like that dad is more important kind of thing. It was just weird. Like, I didn't get that. Like, you know, the kid should have been more thankful, I guess.
Makes sense.
Like even
For me, I would
Bradley
say it was
Cooper's
just
character, like son, he was like, "I'd rather be with my dad." Like I don't know. This movie was like anti-mom.
I never thought about that. I did think about you since you're a dad. I'm like, oh, I wonder what he thinks about all these scenarios. For me, it was just robbing the whole thing about robbing banks. It made no sense to me. If he's in a small town, how can he rob so many banks and people not get caught on with this guy? You know, I mean, it just didn't make sense.
Well,
You think there'd be
the
security?
the person
Right.
that he showed like who he took from to rob banks, that person robbed banks for 35 years doing the same
Holy
method.
cow.
So yeah, so it could make sense.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
I guess once you figure out how it works, but yeah, it was just
yeah,
weird for me. How
yeah,
could now it's not, how can they not have a rent a cop, I guess, or something? But all right,
yeah.
whatever. So I guess you can look at it differently in two ways. If you would you survive being which character you think robbing banks or being the cop like Bradley Cooper, being the corruption.
Yeah, no,
Um,
I mean, I think I wouldn't survive because there's just a lot of bad people in that movie. Even if they were trying to
Yeah.
be good, they were still bad. Like, they were helping Bradley Cooper so they can then he helped them try to hide stuff that they did, like, everybody did, something to benefit them, like, in that whole movie, so I I'd be like, "I'm leaving town. Get me out of this town."
Now, were you shocked that those guys got caught? Or at least they showed in that movie.
Yeah, I really did,
I'm curious about that with you, but because I don't want to say I didn't like it, but I was just it threw me off. Like, wow, they actually got caught. I think it would have been better without that happening.
I I
But
think you didn't
I
like
guess
it
it's
because
reality.
I think it's because
If
the
he's got to do
movie
what he's got to do, rat him
it's
out.
because they rushed it. They rushed it,
Oh, okay.
so that's why.
Okay.
Because I think that, everybody got 45 minutes. So Ryan
Oh,
Gosling got 45, then, what's his name, got Bradley Cooper got 45, and then the kids got 45 minutes, so they had to rush it. I
oh,
think
okay.
that's why you were like, "What?" They were trying to rush everything in right away, you
Yeah.
know?
Well, I mean, yeah, it's a long movie. So
Yeah.
I guess to answer my own question, yeah, I would not somebody being either corruption, and I would have done the same thing as Brother Cooper did. Hey, listen, this is all this money. Yeah, I don't want to mess with this, but once you're told, hey, keep playing the game, okay. Uh,
True.
and then I guess I would survive. Okay, that's what I gotta do. So it sounds like you weren't a big fan. Would you stream it or keep it, or dump it, burn it, trash it,
Burn that.
shelf it,
No.
burn it? Yeah,
No, no. It was good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Like I said, the only reason I didn't enjoy it is because the third act,
the
brand new
third act. Yeah,
people, brand
kind of
new
creepy,
people.
weird kid. Yeah,
He wasn't. Yeah, I don't even know how to describe him. Like it was just, I just didn't feel he was. The acting in that was good, or maybe the way he was act. I just don't know. I couldn't get invested in him. It just I was every time I saw him, I was like, ugh, make this kid go away. But before that, I thought the movie was done really well, so I really enjoyed it. I think Ryan Gosling really saved the movie. I feel Bradley Cooper was very underutilized. That's why I felt like
yeah,
a
right.
5 hour drive to just get him. He wasn't underutilized. And then the kids, even with the kid scene, that's when he showed his great acting, but it took that long.
Yeah,
But watch it, definitely. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me know.
yeah. There you go. That, like I said earlier, if you think the movie aged well, but I would say yes because again, like I said earlier, it happens every day. Greed, lies, corruption. It happens everywhere.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah, I agree.
it's so yeah, no, like I said, I stream it, I agree. I see this movie. Actually I bought this movie. I enjoyed it that much, yes.
Nice.
This is before Bradley Cooper hit it off with all his other movies. Always been a fan of him. I know
Mhm.
you didn't like his character in that movie, but uh yeah, I was in a way shocked too that guy Gosling wasn't in it longer.
Yeah,
So
that
that's
caught
the
me off
thing.
guard. I was
Right.
like,
They're
"Wait,
like,
what?"
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so but no,
Mhm.
I enjoyed that movie, I still do, and, yeah, I don't know if you have more facts about that you wanna talk about, but that's all I got.
No, like I said, it was definitely interesting movie, underutilized Bradley Cooper, uh, Dane DeHaan was my favorite actor in there, which is Jason, the kid. Ryan Gosling, Mendes, really did a good job or performance on this movie. I recommend it. Let us know what you guys thought. Do you guys think we are BSing or full of it, or if we got some stuff right? Let us know on the comments. And yeah, next maybe we'll get you the viewers to recommend a movie for us. But besides that, bro, do you have anything else?
Watch the movie, it's good.
Yeah,
Very
and I
good.
have to agree with you. I don't think this movie is overrated. I think it's underrated. I think people need to watch it, and they need to.
I know
Uh,
the title's cheesy, I know it makes no sense, but
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. But yeah, no,
I
I
agree.
highly recommend it. Like I never heard of this movie. I stopped watching Ryan Gosling movies after Driver.
Barbie?
Oh,
Oh, Driver, oh, yeah.
I was like, this guy, give me my money back. But I didn't even finish that movie, so I don't even know. But
Wow, that bad,
yeah,
huh? Okay.
yeah. So don't make me watch that crap.
Don't worry, don't worry.
But yeah,
Cool.
besides that, it is my turn to choose. We might have a special guest next week, so we'll let
Ooh,
you know.
alright.
So besides that, thank you guys, and we'll see you next week.
Woo.
Bye.
Yeah, at least